Planetary, issue number 4.
It was like Satan farted. That's what it was like. The whole damn thing just boiled up out of the ground. The bombs blasted the entire office block down to past the foundations. God only knows what was in the bombs, that they could tear it down like that. That's about all I got for you, Mr. Wilder. You just think this is a Hark Corporation thing or just your usual crazy-assed terrorist thing?
The Hark Corporation doesn't have any enemies, unless you count the Justice Department and anyone else paranoid about computer software monopolies. Thank you for your time, Mr. Nellimeter. And for what it's worth, I think you had the best view of the Hark building going up.
Maybe it was the spirit of Washington State telling you guys not to move to the East Coast. How come you're the only Hark investigator on the site, Mr. Wilder?
I'm Mrs. Hark's personal private investigator. She wanted a deep briefing from someone else she could trust completely.
So maybe you can tell me, Mr. Wilder, why would that city cleanup squad down there be covering up Ground Zero?
Yes, Miss Hark, I've eaten properly. Yes, we orphanage boys can be bad about that sort of thing. No, not a clue. I mean, yes, we've gone over the videotape. We accept that the group that claimed responsibility probably did it. But we're no closer to why or how, and personally, I would like to know why a brand new terrorist group would call themselves something as cute and fluffy as the Snowflake. I've gotten about all I can here, which is to say, nothing at all.
Hey, get the hell off him!
Are you going to be okay?
He's got my pills for my heart. Feels like my chest's gonna rip open.
Oh, hell. Well, I wasn't expecting that.
Why isn't the damn thing working?
I don't know, drummer. Maybe it doesn't need you because it already has a pet living fart. Drums, for God's sake, get off the find. Why do I even have to say this? Why do I have to say, get off the unique and probably alien living plinth that zaps the unwary? What is wrong with my life that I have to say these things out loud to someone who's been in Planetary that long? I mean, if it was you, well, if it were you, you'd be sitting on its corner with a coffee, moaning about how you never get to do anything. All I said was, do we ever get to see anything when it happens instead of mopping up after it or digging it up? All you said, all the damn way home from Hong Kong, Elijah. And anyway, we didn't dig this up. The bomb blast revealed it. And anyway, we just saw some guy vanish. What else do you want? Glowing showgirls dancing around it? I'll tell you. There is a God. Good morning, Mr. Wilder. How are you feeling? My name's Chiquita Wagner. This is Elijah Snow and the drummer. We met about 5 days ago in the Hark building bomb site, though you probably won't remember that too clearly. First things first, you're at a private hospital funded by the corporation we're attached to. Second, no, you're not held against your will. This hospital is unique and set up to deal with unique medical conditions, like you. Do you know what you have in your chest, Mr. Wilder? Yes, I do. And it's Jim. Okay, Jim, here's the deal. The three of us are an investigative team. We're private, and everything we find is confidential. We're trying to put together a map, if you like. A map of things like the thing you encountered. Can you tell us what you remember? Yeah, maybe you can help me, after all, if you know about this kind of thing. I remember everything. It was just waiting for someone to tread on it. Can you hear me? Where are you? You are inside me. I am a shift ship of the 2nd European Fleet. I am shipwrecked. My crew died on impact. I don't understand what any of that means. There is more than one Earth, Mr. Wilder. Your universe hangs within a structure of universes, a thing almost like a snowflake. Channels course between the countless alternative Earths, keeping them separate. This we call the bleed. I was designed to sail the bleed, a trading ship between universes. There was an accident. I crashed here. My crew died on impacting this reality. I was traveling too fast. All I could do was jettison travel stones so that rescuers could retain entry into me. But there were no rescuers. The fleet never found out where I went down. This was a long, long time ago. This was a long, long time ago. I am very deep beneath your Earth now, and I am trapped. I have no engines, I have no fuel, no pilot, no navigation or scanner. I was designed to work with a crew. Do you see? I need a pilot. I want to go home. Will you help me? The shift ship was designed to work in conjunction with humans, superhumans, who plugged into the ship itself. There was a man who was the engine, impelling dynamic flow to the ship's drive systems. The fuel stood behind him, her hand on his shoulder, powering him, her very presence lighting the ship. 7 people to make a shift ship work. 7 people to get her home. I'm the first. I need to find 6 more. Why, man? Because it's the right thing to do. You understand how your new enhancements work? Pretty much. You want to see her, don't you? Very much. Just take my hands. These are the moments I live for. I put up with all the other crap just to get to seconds like this. The moments when you know the world is a better place than advertised. Aside from a few yarns my boss tells after 4 bottles of sake, I had no idea the world was other than advertised. I envy you, Mr. Wilder. You're about to discover the depth of strangeness and beauty the world holds. Can you help me, Miss Wagner? Have we seen enough, Drums? I've got a full spread of environment recording, enough for the archives. The man asked you a question. And? What? Too wrapped up in the post-coital effect of your little thrill fix to answer him? Well, I'm sorry, but Planetary has only an investigative mandate. Wilder, take us back to the hospital. Mr. Wilder, Planetary is mostly an investigating, unreactive plotting operation. It's true. It is also a fantastically rich one. And what Miss Wagner is trying to say is, we'd be delighted to provide you with whatever you need, for as long as you need it. It's time Planetary stopped watching things and started doing things. My people here will take the initial interview, establish what you'll need first. Money, no object. No request denied. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go find a cat to kick and a dog to flavor my coffee with, and then I'm sure I saw Doc Brass around here somewhere. Poor bastard has his body crammed with alien material and agrees to spend his life convincing 6 other people to do the same so a lost spaceship can get home. And she just wanted to play tourist in the same place he gave up being human. Don't know what's the bigger threat to my life and sanity, the planet or Planetary. Still, the look on their faces.